We go live to Victoria Saha with the details.
Me and Adrian, you might remember that a few weeks ago, Public Safety sent out an email about more parking bans issued on campus. And now student government is getting involved. Students living at this end of Patton's Court have let their frustrations known to town council. However, because of fear of backlash, they refuse to speak on camera. There are many recycling plants like this one right behind me, but the key to reducing garbage in America isn't just recycling, it's recycling efficiently. Manganello tells us that there are many other pit bulls such as Midge who come from helpless situations, and the general public should not let the misconception against pit bulls stop them from rescuing these precious pups. You can see, even with the rainy fall weather, the residents of Wallingford will continue to showcase their support for the local businesses throughout the weekend. For Q3 News, I'm Victoria Saha. This was Tate's first week on the Wallingford Police Station. He has already been a great asset to the force. Now, local Connecticut school districts have also started using the reversal drug as well. Reporting from Wallingford, Connecticut, Victoria Saha. Don't throw it away. Use it in some other way, is what most recycling plants encourage in efforts to reducing waste. According to the Duke University Center for Sustainability and Commerce, each average American produces up to 4.3 pounds of garbage a day. Tom Gaffey, the director of the Hartford Recycling Plant, tells us that it doesn't take much effort at all to recycle.
In Connecticut really ought to do everything they can to encourage people to recycle. There's an economic reason, a huge economic incentive, because everyone who delivers recycling to my plant here does so at zero cost. There's no fee.
There are many recycling plants like this one right behind me, but the key to reducing waste in America isn't just recycling, it's recycling efficiently.
They put everything in the recycling toter. And, quite frankly, we have problems when we get materials like a lawnmower blade in a load that gets through the system and starts jamming up one of my balers. It'll take, a couple of days to fix that and cost a lot of money. So wishful recycling is almost as bad as no recycling.
John Reep, a Quinnipiac University professor and director of the Sustainability Committee, emphasizes that no real change can come to reducing waste unless people really want to make an effort to go green.
Strongly influenced by what people want. Yes, individuals and companies that are interested in environmentally conscious design or making greener products can improve their products to some extent. But if people don't want them, if people don't care about that, then they'll just keep on doing what they've been doing.
Ever heard of the expression, love is a four-legged word? Well, that's exactly how the workers at the New Haven Animal Shelter feel. The shelter has housed many dogs and cats since its opening almost 30 years ago. Kathy Briggs, an avid volunteer, devotes her time with the cats and has some wise words in order to prevent animals from ending up at the shelter.
Have their animals spayed and neutered. If they do adopt a cat, try to keep it inside because it's very dangerous for a cat to be outside from any other animals that might hurt them. And when these cats are adopted, that's one of the rules. They have to keep them inside.
Unfortunately, there are some furry friends who don't get the love and attention that they deserve. Over the past few years, the shelter has seen an increase in pit bulls. Joe Manganello, who is a municipal animal control officer, says this is connected to the stereotype that pit bulls have when they become aggressive, and this is due to the lack of training from owners.
I think folks get them in as puppies and they do very little training or socializing, and they grow up fairly quickly. Within 6 months, they're pretty large. The pit bulls are just really a vicious creature. Actually, we work with pit bulls all the time, and we find them very easy to read as far as their body language and stuff goes.
Pit bulls are in fact one of the calmest breeds. However, they get severely mistreated. Meet Midge, an 11-month-old pit bull puppy whose previous owners chopped off her ears as punishment. She has since recovered at the shelter and is ready for adoption. Officer Manganello tells us that there are many other pit bulls such as Midge who come from helpless situations, and the general public should not let the misconception against pit bulls stop them from rescuing these precious pups. Reporting from New Haven, Connecticut, Victoria Saha, QNN. This is the sound that residents living across this site at Patton's Court have been dealing with for the past few years. However, it only gets worse at night. Thurston Foods is a refrigerating food truck company that delivers 25,000 cases of food and utilizes 60 trucks every day. CEO Peter Malone says residents were warned before purchasing houses.
Here for a long time, we're making noise and we're going to continue to make noise because as we get bigger, we're not going to get quieter. You know, I kind of told you this was coming. I don't know what more I can really say. And so in the course of doing some research and working with the legal department in the town, we found that there's an exemption in the state ordinance which excludes noise which emanates from what is considered to be a mobile source.
Sound experts were brought in to find that Thurston Foods was in fact violating the law by 4 decibels, but the noise exemption would excuse this violation. Malone tells us that the building a wall would not help the sound either. Chairman of the Ordinance Committee, Craig Fishbein, describes this as a civil issue.
Right next to industrial zone, you should have known what you were getting into, that sort of stuff. So that's where you get back to the balance. And once again, I think it's a civil situation. And even if the town was to grant the exemption, it doesn't stop the residents of Patton's Court from suing Thurston.
The residents living at this end of Patton's Court have let their frustrations known to town council. However, because of fear of backlash, they refuse to speak on camera. Whereas Malone tells us that they will continue adding food trucks to Thurston Foods. Reporting from Wallingford, I'm Victoria Saha. Of intricate spinal surgeries take place every year, and as technology improves, success rates increase. A tech company called Oxford Performance Materials has recently gotten approval from the FDA to introduce their first 3D printed spine into the medical world. More controversy at Yale University. Yale College Republicans set up a barbecue just a few feet from a group of fasting graduate teaching fellows in the Beinecke Plaza. Welcome back. So this week, Quinnipiac seniors have been picking up their caps and gowns throughout the week with excitement. It's been an eventful few days in the celeb world. Starting off, Lala Anthony and NBA star Carmelo Anthony have decided to separate after almost 7 years of marriage. On Tuesday, Lala was spotted in New York City with a bare hand, and the 20-carat diamond ring was nowhere to be seen. The streets of Washington, D.C. were a little chaotic on Wednesday. A driver tried to run over police in front of the Capitol Hill building, which prompted police officials to fire shots at the driver, who was later taken into custody.